Hi there, I'm Paintbrush Samurai. If you're new to the channel, welcome on in. If you're already familiar with the channel, welcome on back. So I've already decided that I wanted to change up these 5-minute reviews a little bit. When I was first thinking about this, I thought I'd stick with 30 minutes of a game that I've never played before and do a review based on that, just a little short review. But I've decided that that really limits the scope of what I'm able to do with this, so I've decided to also now include reviews of recent games that I've beaten and open this up to any game rather than just retro games, because I was thinking I'd just do the NES or something. But I want to do more. So with that being said, today's 5-minute review is going to be of an excellent game with probably the strangest title that I've ever heard of. Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. So this game was developed by Snoozy Kazoo, and so far this is the only game that I've seen that they've created. But with the quality of gameplay and humor present in this game, I very much look forward to any future projects that they work on. Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion centers its story on a humanoid turnip who has his greenhouse taken away from him by Mayor Onion under the grounds that he hasn't paid his taxes. This mayor is the main reason that our poor hero has to run all over the place doing his bidding, which is his whole quest throughout the game to get his greenhouse back. The game is set up in a sort of Legend of Zelda style where you're exploring a map and delving into dungeons from a classic top-down perspective. It gave me similar feelings back to when I was playing Link's Awakening for the first time on my old Atomic Purple Game Boy, but with lots more humor and a little bit more simplistic puzzles. I played the Switch version of this game, and with the controller, the movement felt pretty natural and nice. I really enjoyed it. My only complaint with the Switch, at least, and I can't speak for the PC version because I didn't play that. I do have it, but I didn't play it for this, is that the dash button and the attack button felt reversed to me. But luckily, the developers, they give you the freedom to choose in the menu if you want to swap those around, and after I did that, the combat felt even more fluid and natural to me, which was nice. Also, the puzzles in the dungeons aren't terribly difficult, but they will keep you on your toes throughout the dungeon and keep you engaged as you try to work your way through to the boss at the end of each dungeon. Now this game includes a lot of comedy, and I felt the comedy done in the game, it was done very well, and it kept me chuckling the whole time. One of my favorite examples of a little thing that happens throughout the course of the story is every time you find a new note with some information on it, Turnip Boy tears it up. He tears it in half, and there's frequently times when characters will give him something. They're like, here, take this and give it to somebody else, and you just tear it up right in front of them, and they're like, well, that's not very nice. And it's kind of humor like that. It's really nice. And the graphics are also very nice if you're a fan of pixel graphics, which I definitely am. But even if you're not a fan of pixel graphics, I would say that most people would find the art in this to be kind of cute and appealing regardless. I did find that the Switch version, at least of this, it did lag sometimes, but I'm wondering if this is just a case of, I've noticed with a few other indie games that I've played, speaking of Moonlighter specifically, which if you haven't played, I recommend that as well, but when you put the Switch into a sleep state on some of these indie games, I'm noticing that the longer that it's in this kind of sleep hibernation state, once you pull it back out of that and start playing again, there seem to be some issues with performance on, and I'm not sure what it is, but I've happened to notice it on 2 indie games that are pixel indie games, so I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. The music throughout the game is also very nice, and I have to say that I never got bored or annoyed by it. So if you can get your hands on this game or feel at all interested in it, I would highly recommend checking it out. I had a lot of fun with it, and it didn't really eat up too much of my time to complete the entire game. It only took about 3 or 4 hours, and I know that some portions of it, some people had some difficulty with the combat on the bosses, but really I think you can get through it still pretty quickly, and there is some content after the credits that I've yet to explore, but I'm betting it's also great. So thank you for watching the latest 5-minute video review. If you like this content and you're not already subscribed, please make sure to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And you can always check out my Twitch channel if you're wanting more content in between these videos. I'm currently still playing Octopath Traveler and walking on the treadmill at the same time. And I also do speedruns and casual games after usually. So until next time, enjoy the rest of your day or your evening, and I really hope to see you in the next one.